Like school, e-learning.
Hello, and welcome to the how-to guide for TOEFL speaking. And in this lecture series, I will go through each question, each TOEFL question, and show you one way to go about answering each question. So we are going to start with question number one. Question number one is called an independent task, which means that you have to answer it on your own. There's no help from the question. There's no guide. You just have to answer the question. This question is, I think, for advanced students, the most difficult question, but for beginning students, it's a bit easier, mainly because by the time you're advanced, you're sort of used to the structure of TOEFL, and when you're beginning, you're still used to answering questions like, what do you do for your birthday? Things like that. This question, you have 15 seconds to prepare and 45 seconds to speak. So 15 seconds is not very long. It's actually, very, very, very little time. It's about enough time to figure out the basic response. And you have to use the rest of your time while you're speaking to figure out how to answer the rest of it. So what I do, and I highly recommend, is you answer these questions: who, what, where, when, why, how. How sometimes is not relevant, so it's a bit different, but at least answer who, what, where, when, why. So for example, this is a very common TOEFL question. What do you do to relax? I've seen that many, many times on TOEFL exams. So for me, who, I do it with me and friends. What, I exercise. So your first response could be, when I want to relax, I usually exercise. I either do it by myself or with friends. There you go. You have two sentences right there. Where do I exercise? By the river or in the mountains. When do I exercise? Before work. That's commonly where I go. And why? Makes me feel good. I feel better after I exercise. And I can have some time to talk with my friends. And this one is really important to answer the how question. How do I exercise? I walk and I hike. So your response could be something like, when I want to relax, I exercise. I often walk or hike. I like to walk down the river or hike in the mountains. I can go by myself or with friends. And I usually go before work because then I have energy in the day, it makes me feel good, and I have time to talk with my friends. That's how you can go through your response. So when you're using those 15 seconds, just jot down who, what, where, when, why, and how. And then you'll remind yourself to answer those because you won't be able to fill in like I did here in the 15 seconds. But you can remind yourself to answer those questions. And if you get to those, if you get all of these questions, your response should be about 40 seconds, 45 seconds. It will make sure it's long enough and it gets all of the information you need so you can get a good score.